Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review The Rest of Us. And boy, does this film have a very interesting mixed household. Because this film is about this man who dies and his young wife and his young daughter wind up moving in with his ex-wife and his first daughter. Isn't that going to be awkward? And this film's like an hour and 20-minute little drama starring Heather Graham, who I'm glad to see her in some things because she was really good in this film. She brought a lot of charisma to the role, and she was a big standout in this film, and I'm glad I got to see her in this film. But this is directed by Aisling Chin-Yee, and this film really focuses on grief and the complexities of families, because more and more often people deal with mixed families like this because people don't stay married as long and they move on, they get married again, they have kids, and then you have these different complex relationships when it's just like you have Heather Graham's character trying to hold things together and be understanding and supportive, and while you have Jodie Balfour's character Rachel, who's the new wife, who cheated on Heather Graham with her husband. And then it gets even more complicated than that in terms of who this husband was having affairs with, and really makes for some uncomfortable, complex interactions. And I came up with a fun idea of, since I've been really loving What We Do in the Shadows, you have the Colin Robinson stamp of approval of really awkward moments and films. And this film would be an energy vampire's delight. Just listening to the uncomfortable tension in the room during every single conversation, especially between those two wives, because how can't they? In that situation, it's so uncomfortable, and they don't have reasons to trust each other. And then you have the complexity of this teenage girl, Sophie Nélisse, who plays Heather Graham's daughter, who has this judgmental thought of not wanting this woman, this homewrecker, and her daughter, who's her half-sister, to move into their home. And there's a lot of tension there, and she's acting out. She's a teenage girl. And it's interesting seeing these dynamics of her connecting more with the newer wife, who's younger and closer to her age, and which is odd to begin with, but they have this better connection. They understand each other more, and Jodie Balfour's character is not a great mother. She doesn't really want to be a mother, and this poor girl, played by Abigail Niowski, is just kind of stuck in the middle, and Heather Graham builds this connection with her, feeling very motherly and giving her, this young girl, the mother experience that she really wants. And this complex drama of relationships, because it's like the story is not particularly complex. There might be a little bit of a twist, but, felt that one coming a bit. But it's all about the relationships, and this film really captures relationships in that way, in a meaningful and impactful way, and I really appreciated about this film. This is a little film. It's not going to blow you away, and it's an hour and 20 minutes, and feels like it could have been fleshed out a little bit more, because there's particular sequences that feel very rushed in the turnaround. It has what I like to call kid pacing, where it's like an issue happens and it's resolved so quickly that the impact of the issue really never feels fully integrated. But this is an interesting film about relationships and complex bonds between people, and I feel like the acting does a good enough, and how these characters are written together provides enough drama and intrigue to make you connected for the hour and 20 minutes of the runtime. So those are my thoughts on The Rest of Us. it's a soft recommend. But let me know what you think and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland Reviewer.